Welcome to Q&ASMR. Hello, I'm glad you can make it. These questions are brought to me by listeners like you. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. This question comes from Dala. What causes brain freeze? That is a very good question. The quick and easy version is, of course, eating cold things, especially quickly. But we all know that. It's one of the first lessons we learn after being introduced to things like ice cream as children. Scientifically, what we call brain freeze, or sometimes an ice cream headache, is known as a cold stimulus headache. This is caused, we believe, by the rapid constricting and or expanding of the blood vessels in the roof of your mouth. The pain that this can cause is referred to the head, where it can feel like a sharp headache. These headaches can last as little as a few seconds to as long as a couple of minutes. They can also be caused not just by eating or drinking cold foods, but also by sudden exposure to cold water, especially on the head. In particular, it is often caused by diving or rapidly submerging yourself into cold water. Thank you so much for asking that question. This next question comes from Dr. Luigi. Can you name all the moons in Super Mario Odyssey? Oh dear. Yes, I can. There are 836 differently named power moons across all 17 kingdoms of Mario Odyssey. Because 22 of these are multi-moons, 3 moons bundled together for joint collection, we get to 880 total collectible moons in the game. I've listed them out in the order they appear in a complete save file, so some spoilers ahead if you have not played all the way through Super Mario Odyssey. They are frog jumping above the fog, frog jumping from the top deck, Cap Kingdom Timer Challenge number 1, Good Evening Captain Toad, shopping in Bonneton, skimming the poison tide, slipping through the poison tide, push block peril, hidden among the push blocks, searching the frog pond, secrets of the frog pond, the forgotten treasure, taxi flying through Bonneton, Bonneter blockade, Cap Kingdom regular cup, Peach in the Cap Kingdom, found with Cap Kingdom art, next to Glasses Bridge, danger sign, under the big one's brim, fly to the edge of the fog, spin the hat, get a prize, hidden in a sunken hat, fog-shrouded platform, bird traveling in the fog, caught hopping near the ship, taking notes in the fog, Cap Kingdom Timer Challenge number 2, Cap Kingdom Master Cup, roll on and on, precision rolling, our first power moon, multi-moon atop the falls, chomp through the rocks, behind the waterfall, on top of the rubble, treasure of the waterfall basin, above a high cliff, across the floating isles, Cascade Kingdom Timer Challenge 1, Cascade Kingdom Timer Challenge 2, Good Morning Captain Toad, Dinosaur Nest, big cleanup, Dinosaur Nest, running wild, nice shot with the chain chomp, very nice shot with the chain chomp, past the chasm lifts, hidden chasm passage, secret path to Fossil Falls, a tourist in the Cascade Kingdom, rolling rock by the falls, Peach in the Cascade Kingdom, Cascade Kingdom regular cup, caveman cave fan, shopping in Fossil Falls, Sphinx traveling to the waterfall, bottom of the waterfall basin, just a hat skip and a jump, treasure under the cliff, next to the stone arch, guarded by a colossal fossil, under the old electrical pole, under the ground, inside the busted fossil, caught hopping at the waterfall, taking notes, hurry upward, Cascade Kingdom Master Cup, across the mysterious clouds, atop a wall among the clouds, across the gusty bridges, flying far away from gusty bridges, atop the highest tower. Moon shards in the sand, showdown on the inverted pyramid, the hole in the desert, overlooking the desert town, alcove in the ruins, on the leaning pillar, hidden room in the flowing sands, secret of the mural, secret of the inverted mural, on top of the stone archway, from a crate in the ruins, on the lone pillar, on the statue's tail, hanging your hat on the fountain, where the birds gather, top of a dune, lost in the luggage, bullet bill breakthrough, inside a block is a hard place, bird traveling the desert, bird traveling the wastes, the lurker under the stone, the treasure of the Jaxi ruins, desert gardening plaza seed, desert gardening ruins seed, desert gardening seed on the cliff, Sand Kingdom timer challenge number 1, Sand Kingdom timer challenge number 2, Sand Kingdom timer challenge number 3, found in the sand, good dog, taking notes, jump on the palm, herding sheep in the dunes, fishing in the oasis, love in the heart of the desert, among the 5 cactuses. You're quite a catch, Captain Toad. Jaxi reunion. Welcome back, Jaxi. Wandering cactus. Sand quiz. Wonderful. Shopping in Toast Arena. Employees only. Sand Kingdom slots. Walking the desert. Hidden room in the inverted pyramid. Underground treasure chest. Goomba Tower assembly. Under the mummy's curse. Ice cave treasure. Sphinx's treasure vault. A rumble from the sandy floor. Dancing with new friends. The invisible maze. Skull sign in the transparent maze. The bullet bill maze breakthrough. The bullet bill maze side path. Jaxi driver. Jaxi stunt driving. Strange neighborhood. Above a strange neighborhood. Secret path to Toast Arena. Found with Sand Kingdom art. Jammin' in the Sand Kingdom. Hat and seek in the sand. Sand Kingdom regular cup. Binding band returned. Round the world tourist. Peach in the Sand Kingdom. Mighty leap from the palm tree. On the north pillar. Into the flowing sands. In the skies above the canyon. Island in the poison swamp. An invisible gleam. On the eastern pillar. Caught hopping in the desert. Poster cleanup. Taking notes running down. Taking notes in the wall painting. Love on the edge of the desert. More walking in the desert. Sand Kingdom Master Cup. Where the transparent platforms end. Jump onto the transparent lift. Colossal ruins. Dash. Jump. Sinking colossal ruins. Hurry. Through the freezing waterway. Freezing waterway. Hidden room. Brutals over the lake. Doryback rider. Cheap Cheap crossing. End of the hidden passage. What's in the box? On the lake shore. From the broken pillar. Treasure in the spiky waterway. Lake gardening. Spiky passage seed. Lake Kingdom timer challenge 1. Lake Kingdom timer challenge 2. Moon shards in the lake. Taking notes. Dive and swim. Taking notes in the cliffside. Lake fishing. I met a lake Cheep Cheep. Our secret little room. Let's go swimming, Captain Toad. Shopping in Lake Lamode. A successful repair job. I feel underdressed. Unzip the chasm. Super secret zipper. Jump, grab, cling, and climb. Jump, grab, and climb some more. Secret path to Lake Lamode. Found with Lake Kingdom art. Taxi flying through Lake Lamode. That trendy pirate look. Space is in right now. That Old West style. Lake Kingdom regular cup. Peach in the Lake Kingdom. Behind the floodgate. High flying leap. Deep, deep down. Rooftop of the Water Plaza. Bird traveling over the lake. Love by the lake. Lake Kingdom Master Cup. Waves of poison, hoppin' over. Waves of poison, hop to it. Road to the Sky Garden. Flower thieves of Sky Garden. Path to the secret flower field. Defend the secret flower field. Behind the rock wall. Back way up the mountain. Rolling rock in the woods. Caught hopping in the forest. Thanks for the charge. Atop the tall tree. Tucked away inside the tunnel. Over the cliff's edge. The nut round the corner. Climb the cliff to get the nut. The nut in the red maze. The nut at the dead end. Cracked nut on a crumbling tower. The nut that grew on the tall fence. Fire in the cave. Hey out there, Captain Toad. Love in the forest ruins. Inside a rock in the forest. Shopping in steam gardens. Nut planted in the tower. Stretching your legs. Spinning platforms treasure. Make the secret flower field bloom. Rolling rock in the deep woods. Glowing in the deep woods. Past the peculiar pipes. By the babbling brook in deep woods. The hard rock in deep woods. A treasure made from coins. Beneath the roots of the moving tree. Deep woods treasure trap. Exploring for treasure. Wooded Kingdom Timer Challenge 1. Wooded Kingdom Timer Challenge 2. Flooding Pipeway. Flooding Pipeway Sealing Secret. Wandering in the Fog. Nut hidden in the fog. Flower Road Run. Flower Road Reach. Elevator Escalation. Elevator Blind Spot. Walking on Clouds. Above the Clouds. Secret Path to the Steam Gardens. Found with Wooded Kingdom art. Swing around a secret flower field. Jammin' in the Wooded Kingdom. Wooded Kingdom Regular Cup. Peach in the Wooded Kingdom. High up in the cave. Lost in the tall trees. Looking down on the Goombas. High up on a rock wall. The nut in the robot storeroom. Above the Iron Mountain path. The nut under the observation deck. Bird traveling the forest. Invader in the Sky Garden. Hot, hot, hot from the campfire. Wooded Kingdom Timer Challenge 3. Moon shards in the forest. Taking notes on top of the wall. Taking notes, stretching. Wooded Kingdom Master Cup. I'm at an uproot. Invisible road, danger. Invisible road, hidden room. Herding sheep above the forest fog. Herding sheep on the iron bridge. Down and back, breakdown road. Below breakdown road. Picture match, basically a Goomba. Peach in the Cloud Kingdom. Digging in the cloud? High, high above the clouds. Crossing the cloud sea. Taking notes up and down. Picture match, a stellar Goomba. King of the Cube. The sixth face. Atop a propeller pillar. Below the cliff's edge. Inside the stone cage. On a tree in the swamp. Over the fuzzies above the swamp. Avoiding fuzzies inside the wall. Inside the rising stone pillar. Enjoying the view of Forgotten Isle. On the mountain road. A propeller pillar's secret. Wrecked rock block. A butterfly's treasure. Caught hopping in the jungle. Cave gardening. Moon shards in the jungle. Peeking out from under the bridge. Twist and turn up treasure. Soaring over Forgotten Isle. The caged gold. Get some rest, Captain Toad. Shopping on Forgotten Isle. Taxi flying through Forgotten Isle. I met a tropical wiggler. Lost Kingdom Regular Cup. Peach in the Lost Kingdom. The shining fruit. Jump down to the top of a tree. Light it up, blow it up. Taking notes, stretch and shrink. Lost Kingdom Master Cup. Lost Kingdom Timer Challenge. Stretch and traverse the jungle. A glow in the jungle. Chasing Klepto. Extremely hot bath. New Dog City's pest problem. Drummer on board. Guitarist on board. Bassist on board. Trumpeter on board. powering up the station. A traditional festival. Inside an iron girder. Swaying in the breeze. Girder sandwich. Glittering above the pool. Dizzying heights. Secret girder tunnel. Who piled garbage on this? Hidden in the scrap. Left at the cafe. Caught hopping on a building. How do they take out the trash? Metro Kingdom Timer Challenge number 1. Metro Kingdom Timer Challenge number 2. City Gardening Building Planter. City Gardening Plaza Planter. City Gardening Rooftop Planter. How you doing, Captain Toad? Free parking, rooftop hop. Bench friends. Shopping in New Donk City. Metro Kingdom slots. Jump rope hero. Jump rope genius. Remotely captured car. RC Car Pro. Taking notes in the private room. City Hall lost and found. Sewer treasure. Celebrating in the streets. Pushing through the crowd. High over the crowd. Rewiring the neighborhood. Off the beaten wire. Moon shards under siege. Sharpshooting under siege. Inside the rotating maze. Outside the rotating maze. Hanging from a high-rise. Vaulting up a high-rise. Bullet building. One man's trash. Motor scooter escape. Big jump escape. Secret path to New Donk City. A tourist in the Metro Kingdom. Found with Metro Kingdom art. Bird traveling in the city. Mario signs his name. Surprise clown! A request from the mayor. Jammin' in the Metro Kingdom. Sphinx in the city. Free parking, leap of faith. Metro Kingdom regular cup. Hat and seek in the city. Powering up the power plant. Up on the big screen. Down inside the big screen. Peach in the Metro Kingdom. Hanging between buildings. Crossed lines. Out of a crate in the city. Bird traveling in the park. Metro Kingdom Timer Challenge number 3. Found in the park. Good dog. RC Car Champ. Metro Kingdom Master Cup. At and seek in the crowd. Scaling Pitch Black Mountain. Reaching Pitch Black Island. Swinging scaffolding. Jump. Swinging scaffolding. Break. Motor scooter daredevil. Full throttle scooting. The icicle barrier. The ice wall barrier. The gusty barrier. The snowy mountain barrier. The Bound Bowl Grand Prix. Entrance to Shiveria. Behind Snowy Mountain. Shining in the snow in town. Atop a blustery arch. Caught hopping in the snow. The Shiverian treasure chest. Treasure in the ice wall. Snow Kingdom Timer Challenge 1. Snow Kingdom Timer Challenge 2. Moon shards in the snow. Taking notes, snowpath dash. Fishing in the glacier. Ice dodging Goomba stack. Captain Toad is chilly. I'm not cold. Shopping in Shiveria. Walking on ice. Snowline circuit Class S. Dashing over cold water. Dashing above and beyond. Jump and swim in the freezing water. Freezing water near the ceiling. Blowing and sliding. Moon shards in the cold room. Slip behind the ice. Spinning above the clouds. High altitude spinning. Secret path to Shiveria. Found with Snow Kingdom art. Snow Kingdom regular cup. Hat and seek in the snow. Peach in the Snow Kingdom. Shining on high. Above the freezing fish pond. Ice flow swimming. Icy jump challenge. Forgotten in the holding room. It popped out of the ice. Deep in the cold, cold water. Water pooling in the crevasse. Squirming under ice. Snow Kingdom Timer Challenge 3. Stacked up ice climb. I met a snow Cheep Cheep. Even more walking on ice. Snow Kingdom Master Cup. Iceburn Circuit Class A. Iceburn Circuit Class S. Running the Flower Road. Looking back on the Flower Road. The Stone Pillar Seal. The Lighthouse Seal. The Hot Spring Seal. The seal above the canyon. The glass is half full. On the cliff overlooking the beach. Ride the jet stream. Ocean bottom maze, treasure. Ocean bottom maze hidden room. Underwater highway tunnel. Shh, it's a shortcut. Gap in the ocean trench. Slip through the nesting spot. Merci, Dory. Bonjour, Dory. Under a dangerous ceiling. What the waves left behind. The back canyon. Excavate. Bublain northern reaches. Wriggling on the sandy bottom. Glass palace treasure chest. Treasure trap hidden in the inlet. Sea gardening, inlet seed. Sea gardening, canyon seed. Sea gardening, hot spring seed. Sea gardening, ocean trench seed. Seaside Kingdom Timer Challenge number 1. Seaside Kingdom Timer Challenge number 2. Found on the beach, good dog. Moonshards in the sea. Taking notes, ocean surface dash. Love by the seaside. Lighthouse leaper. Good job, Captain Toad. Ocean quiz. Good. Shopping in Bublain. Beach volleyball champ. Beach volleyball hero of the beach. Looking back in the dark waterway. The Sphinx's underwater vault. A rumble on the seaside floor. A relaxing dance. Waiting in the cloud sea. Sunken treasure in the cloud sea. Fly through the narrow valley. Treasure chest in the narrow valley. Hurry and stretch. Stretch on the side path. Secret path to Bublain. Found with Seaside Kingdom art. Seaside Kingdom regular cup. Peach in the Seaside Kingdom. Above the parasol. Catch. What shines inside the glass. A fine detail on the glass. Underwater highway west. Explore. Underwater highway east. Explore. Rapid ascent on Hot Spring Island. A light next to the lighthouse. The tall rock shelf in the deep ocean. At the base of the lighthouse. Bird traveling over the ocean. Caught hopping at Glass Palace. Seaside Kingdom Timer Challenge number 3. Taking notes, ocean bottom maze. Taking notes in the sea. Seaside Kingdom Master Cup. Aim, poke. Poke, roll. The spinning maze. Search. The spinning maze. Open. The Brutals are after some cookin'. Under the cheese rocks. Big pot on the volcano. Dive in. Climb up the cascading magma. Cockatiel showdown. Piled on the salt. Lurking in the pillar's shadow. Atop the jutting crag. Is this an ingredient too? Atop a column in a row. Surrounded by tall mountains. Inside of salt floating in the lava. Overlooking a bunch of ingredients. Light the lantern on the small island. Golden turnip recipe 1. Golden turnip recipe 2. Golden turnip recipe 3. Luncheon Kingdom Timer Challenge 1. Luncheon Kingdom Timer Challenge 2. Luncheon Kingdom Timer Challenge 3. Beneath the rolling vegetables. All the cracks are fixed. Taking notes, swimming in magma. Love above the lava. Shopping in Mount Volbono. Luncheon Kingdom slots. A strong simmer. An extreme simmer. Alcove behind the pillars of magma. Treasure beneath the cheese rocks. Light the 2 flames. Light the far-off lanterns. Bon appetit, Captain Toad. The treasure chest in the veggies. Caught hopping at the volcano. Taking notes, big pot swim. Magma swamp, floating and sinking. Corner of the magma swamp. Magma narrow path. Crossing to the magma. Fork flickin' to the summit. Fork flickin' detour. Excavate and search the cheese rocks. Climb the cheese rocks. Spinning athletics end goal. Taking notes, spinning athletics. Secret path to Mount Volbono. A tourist in the Luncheon Kingdom. Found with Luncheon Kingdom art. The rooftop lantern. Jammin' in the Luncheon Kingdom. Mechanic, repairs complete. Diving from the big pot. Hat and seek among the food. Luncheon Kingdom regular cup. Peach in the Luncheon Kingdom. From inside a bright stone. Under the meat plateau. On top of a tall, tall roof. From a crack in the hard ground. By the cannon pointed at the big pot. Luncheon Kingdom Master Cup. Stepping over the gears. Lanterns on the gear steps. Volcano cave cruisin'. Volcano Cave and Mysterious Clouds, Treasure of the Lava Islands, Flying over the Lava Islands, Battle with the Lord of Lightning, In the Ancient Treasure Chest, Roulette Tower climbed, Roulette Tower stopped, Peach in the Ruined Kingdom, Caught on the Big Horn, Upon the Broken Arch, Rolling Rock on the Battlefield, Charging Through an Army, The Mummy Army's Curse, Infiltrate Bowser's Castle, Smart Bombing, Big Brutal Battle, Showdown at Bowser's Castle, Behind the Big Wall, Treasure inside the turret, From the side above the castle gate, Sunken treasure in the moat, Past the moving wall, Above the poison swamp, Knocking down the nice frame, Caught on the iron fence, On the giant Bowser statue's nose, Inside a block in the castle, Caught hopping at Bowser's Castle, Exterminate the ogres, Bowser's Kingdom Timer Challenge number 1, Taking notes between spinies, Stack up above the wall, Hidden corridor under the floor, Poking your nose in the plaster wall, Poking the turret wall, Poking your nose by the great gate, Jizo all in a row, Underground Jizo, Found behind bars, Fishing in Bowser's Castle, Good to see you, Captain Toad, Shopping at Bowser's Castle, Bowser's Castle Treasure Vault, Scene of crossing the poison swamp, Taking notes in the folding screen, On top of the spinning tower, Down and up the spinning tower, Jizo's Big Adventure, Jizo and the Hidden Room, Dashing above the clouds, Dashing through the clouds, Sphinx over Bowser's Castle, I'm at a Pokio, Bowser's Kingdom Regular Cup, A Rumble under the arena floor, Secret path to Bowser's Castle, Peach in Bowser's Kingdom, Found with Bowser's Kingdom art, Behind the tall wall, Poke, poke, From crates in the moat, Caught on the giant horn, Inside a block at the gate, Small bird in Bowser's Castle, Invader in Bowser's Castle, Jumping flag to flag, Bowser's Kingdom Timer Challenge number 2, Taking notes on the wall, Taking notes with a spinning throw, Third courtyard outskirts, Stone wall circuit, Bowser's Kingdom Master Cup, Searching Hexagon Tower, Center of Hexagon Tower, Climb the wooden tower, Poke the wooden tower, Shining above the moon, Along the cliff face, The tip of a white spire, Rolling rock on the moon, Caught hopping on the moon, Cliffside treasure chest, Moon Kingdom Timer Challenge 1, Taking notes on the moon's surface, Under the Bowser statue, In a hole in the magma, Around the barrier wall, On top of the canyon, Fly to the treasure chest and back, Up in the rafters, Sneaking around in the crater, Found on the moon, good dog, Moon shards on the moon, Moon quiz, amazing, Thanks, Captain Toad, Shopping in Honey Loon Ridge, Walking on the moon, Moon Kingdom Regular Cup, Doctor in the house, Sphinx's Hidden Vault, A tourist in the Moon Kingdom, Peach in the Moon Kingdom, Found with Moon Kingdom art, Mysterious flying object, Hidden on the side of the cliff, Jumping high as a frog, Moon Kingdom Timer Challenge number 2, Walking on the moon again, Moon Kingdom Master Cup, Taking notes in low gravity, Center of the galaxy, Edge of the galaxy, Navigating giant swings, A swing on top of a swing, Perched on the castle roof, Pops out of the tail, Caught hopping at Peach's Castle, Gardening for Toad, Garden Seed, Gardening for Toad, Field Seed, Gardening for Toad, Pasture Seed, Gardening for Toad, Lake Seed, Grow a Flower Garden, Mushroom Kingdom Timer Challenge, Found at Peach's Castle, Good Dog, Taking notes around the well, Herding sheep at Peach's Castle, Gobbling fruit with Yoshi, Yoshi's second helping, Yoshi's all filled up, Love at Peach's Castle, Toad Defender. Forever onward, Captain Toad. Jammin' in the Mushroom Kingdom. Shopping near Peach's Castle. Mushroom Kingdom Regular Cup. Mushroom Kingdom Master Cup. Picture Match, basically Mario. Picture Match, a stellar Mario. Light from the ceiling. Loose tile trackdown. Totally classic. Courtyard chest trap. Yoshi's Feast in the Sea of Clouds. Sunken Star in the Sea of Clouds. Secret 2D Treasure. 2D Boost from Bullet Bill. Tussle in Toast Arena, rematch. Struggle in Steam Gardens, rematch. Dust Up in New Dog City, rematch. Battle in Bublane, rematch. Blow Up at Mount Volbodo, rematch. Rumble in Crumbledon, rematch. Secret Path to Peach's Castle. A Tourist in the Mushroom Kingdom. Found with Mushroom Kingdom art. Hat and Seek, Mushroom Kingdom. Princess Peach, home again. Rescue Princess Peach. Achieve World Peace. Power Moon Knight. Power Moon Wizard. Power Moon Ruler. Regional Coin Shopper. Flat Moon Finder. Flat Moon Fanatic. Treasure Chest Hunter. Super Treasure Chest Hunter. Note Collecting World Tour. Note Collecting Space Tour. Timer Challenge Amateur. Timer Challenge Professional. Captain Toad Meter. Captain Toad Greeter. Touring with Princess Peach. Globe-trotting with Princess Peach. Master Sheepherder. Gaga for Goombette. Lakitu Fishing Trip. Flower Growing Guru. Flower Growing Sage. Running with Rabbits. Racing with Rabbits. Ground Pound Instructor. Ground Pound Professor. Rad Hatter. Super Rad Hatter. Traveling Bird Herder. Wearing it well. Wearing it great. Wearing it perfect. Hat-seeking missile. Music maestro. Art enthusiast. Art investigator. Slots machine. Koopa freerunning MVP. Koopa freerunning Hall of Famer. Supernaturally sure-footed. Quizmaster. Souvenir sampler. Souvenir sleuth. Souvenir savant. Capturing novice. Capturing apprentice. Capturing master. Hat maven. Hat icon. Fashion maven. Fashion icon. Moonrock liberator. World warper. Checkpoint flagger. Checkpoint flag enthusiast. Loaded with coins. Rolling in coins. Swimming in coins. Jump, jump, jump. Fly, Cappy, fly. Arrival at Rabbit Ridge. Captain Toad on the dark side. Breakdown Road, hurry. Breakdown Road, final challenge. Invisible Road, rush. Invisible Road, secret. Vanishing Road, rush. Vanishing Road, challenge. Yoshi under siege. Fruit Feast under siege. Yoshi on the sinking island. Fruit Feast on the sinking island. Yoshi's Magma Swamp. Fruit Feast in the Magma Swamp. Found with Darkside Art 1. Found with Darkside Art 2. Found with Darkside Art 3. Found with Darkside Art 4. Found with Darkside Art 5. Found with Darkside Art 6. Found with Darkside Art 7. Found with Darkside Art 8. Found with Darkside Art 9. Found with Darkside Art 10. And finally, Long Journey's End. And boy howdy was that a journey. Thank you so much for that question. This last question comes from Man of the Sand. What's the difference between blinds, drapes, curtains, and shades? You know, I assumed those things were all synonymous. It never really occurred to me that they might all have very different meanings, technically speaking. Let's find out, shall we? Alright, it seems that drapes, in the professional sense, is actually called drapery, and is used broadly as a term for decorative cloth hung to cover windows. As compared to curtains, they are typically made to be weightier and more substantial. However, it appears that curtains are also any form of cloth hung to cover a window, at least in the household sense. Obviously, curtains are used in other places, the theater most notably, but it seems that the difference in your home would be whether they are heavier or lighter. Blinds are typically a row of vertical or horizontal slats made of wood, plastic, or metal held together and controlled by cords. It seems that shades are just certain styles of blinds, so those two words might be interchangeable depending on which style you are describing. Finally, as a bonus, there are shutters. These can be both inside or outside a window. On the outside, they are the little doors you'll see covering the windows in older movies or older TV shows, or in older homes or in historic districts of many cities. On the inside, they are often housed in a solid frame attached to the front of, or sometimes inside of, the window frame. Operationally, they function much like blinds, with slats of wood or the like forming adjustable rows across the window, but their built-in nature makes them distinctly different. Thank you very much for that question. Thank you again to Dala, Dr. Luigi, and Man of the Sand. If you would like to have your question answered in a video, leave it in a comment below this one. If you would prefer to ask your question a little more privately, you can email me your question at questionsandasmr@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more questions like these every week. Thanks again for listening. Goodbye for now.